Service.
Welcome to beautiful Ocean Shores, Washington. This is where we're going to spend the next couple of days here at my mom's house. Behind me you can see one of the canals here at Ocean Shores. I can hear the ocean from here, but we're not right on the ocean, which is fine with me. This place is a lot more protected and it's really quite nice here. Lots of wildlife, otters, deer, raccoons, so it's a really nice place out here. You have to remember when driving a big rig is that it's really easy to get yourself into trouble if you don't know where you're going. I did know where I was going, but I still ended up in a cul-de-sac. So I am parked here at my mom's house, and you can see here the road ends. Now around this way there is the cul-de-sac, so there is some turning space here, but I don't believe my coach will turn real easily. I mean, it turns easy enough, but I don't believe I have the turning radius that I'm going to need, so I'm going to have to do some jockeying. I did take the car off the back end of the motorhome, so we'll find out when we leave whether or not we have enough room here to turn. The weather's turned a little worse on me today. So when thinking about turning this coach, you really have to get used to the feel of it. It has a 55-degree wheel cut. In my mind I know what that means, but in practical use I'm not sure yet. It's just going to take some time driving it. And they tell me that the pivot point is where the drive axle is. So you can see on this coach behind me I have two sets of rear wheels, the drive axle and then the tag axle. The tag axle is just along for the ride. It's a drive axle, which are the forward-most tires, is where the pivot point is. And when I look at this cul-de-sac, I don't see enough room to turn around considering that my pivot point is right there. This is really at the entrance to the cul-de-sac. So I will have to take a sharp turn and probably make a 5, 6, 7 point turn to get out of here. We'll see. Here at the most southern tip of Ocean Shores, at least I think it's southern, and what's interesting is that it's right on the water, which makes it really cool, but that also causes a lot of problems for the campground because they've actually lost campsites. There used to be a lot more land here than there is right now, and some of these campsites have actually just fallen into the sea. Quite a lot of logs washed up on the beach over there, and that's where a lot of the campsites used to be. This area changes quite a bit in here from storm to storm, so you never know what it's going to look like. It's different almost every time you come down here. Now I'm a little more worried. I just got done talking to one of the neighbors, and he says there's no way I'm making this corner here. He suggested that I just back the coach all the way down the street, which is a little too far for me to be backing up, I think. He said they've had garbage trucks in here that have not been able to turn around easily in this cul-de-sac. And I've actually had garbage trucks that have damaged their trucks trying to do it. I'm still going to try, so we'll see. Well, it's a new day and there's been a change of plans. So I think I have enough room to pull in around through here to turn the coach around. However, Barb disagrees with that. And so in the spirit of cooperation, I'm not going to attempt to do this. Instead, we are going to back out the way we came in. So I will have to back down this long road and then just turn the corner the same way we turned when we came in here. It'll be less jockeying and probably actually a lot simpler to do. So we're backing out. Well, so much for backing up. Again, plans changed. Once we came out here and took a look at it, we were able to turn around in this space here and everything worked fine. It just had to back up 2 or 3 times in order to get aligned with the road, hooking up the car on our way to Oregon. See you soon.
Seems some things will never change, recognize it all. The wooden bench, the beat-up bags, the schedule on the wall. Take your place among the faces no one ever knows. You packed up all your worldly goods and took off for the road. There's a guy who's going to Texas, if he only had the fare. There's a dream job is there waiting, if he only could get there. So he has to use your cell phone, but your battery is dead. I can't seem to get a break, was the last thing that he said. You're waiting for departure, you're late when you arrive.
Well, we took a stop here to grab some lunch just outside of Cannon Beach. I would have been filming more, but the weather is horrible. Wind's coming in hard and the rain's coming in sideways, so it's been kind of an ugly drive. We're going to take a break right here while we head down the road to Neskowin, Oregon. So I've got a little bit more driving to do. Nice spot for lunch though. Good morning, campers. Last night we landed at Neskowin Creek RV Resort. This is a spot between Tillamook, Oregon and Lincoln City, Oregon. We got here last night during a driving rainstorm. Looks like today is pretty cloudy, but it's going to be a nicer day. So I thought I'd spend a little bit of time talking about what makes an RV resort an RV resort. In this particular case, you have to belong to a membership in order to get into the park. I'm not sure exactly what memberships you need. Our membership is Resort Parks International. We pay a yearly fee, and then that allows us into some parks around the nation. In this park, we were able to get our spot for under $20 a night. And for full hookups, that's not a bad deal. The RV sites here are fairly close together. I think that's typical with RV resorts, is you have a big open area and they just put some driveways in next to each other. So right behind me is one site, and then the next site is right there. So I'm standing between two sites here. You have full hookups on one side, and then you have a little grassy area with a picnic table on the other side. So it's not like camping in a national park or a state park where you have a lot more room. It's just side-by-side camping. So let's find out what else makes a resort a resort. They have a gaming area with a little store. They play games. They have a clubhouse. We have a washer and dryer in our rig, but it's always nice to be able to do larger loads. Quite a lot of amenities for your 20 bucks a night. Of course, with a membership, you have to pay a yearly fee too. I think for the RPI, ours was about $120 a year after we joined another club, which is called K&M, which came with a significantly higher initial fee. I'll do a more in-depth review of the RPI once I learn how to use it a little bit better. Thanks for watching this episode of Geezer Viz. There'll be more videos to come as we head on down Highway 101. If you like this episode, click the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to stay up to date with our videos, click the bell icon so you can be notified as new videos are loaded up. We'll see you soon. We thought we'd pull in here. Barb wants to look at the beads. I'm more interested in the saltwater taffel. Now that is funny. It does not say beads. There's no beads in there. It's all candy.